harm women. And we need to start with the Swifties. That's who we need to start with. All the Taylor Swift fans, we need to do them. They're a large swath of the female population, number one. They don't think for themselves, number two. Okay, all right, shit. God damn. Y'all were, I said the N-word so many times, and y'all were sensitive about Taylor Swift fans? Not even the woman herself. Y'all were like, hey, I got a cousin who's a Taylor Swift fan. Like it's a condition. I'm calling it, here we go. I'm calling it To Pimp a ButterFACE. That's what I'm calling it. And it means nothing. It means nothing at all. I'm not a pimp. I'm not a ButterFACE. I mean, come on. Y'all know what a ButterFACE is? Yeah, we know. We remember. If you don't know, it's a kind of a mean term for a lady who has like a nice body, but a less than pretty face. You know, like her body's hot, but her face. That's the idea. It's an old term. I didn't make it up. I'm not a ButterFACE. If anything, I'm a butter nigga. That's really what I am. Like, he's black, but a nigga. I mean, I'm like, yes, I am. This is the least niggerish stance I could do. Hey, stop. You better stop. I am. Oh my God. I'm a light-skinned black dude. That's who we are. That's what we do. People don't care for light-skinned blacks, man. Wait, was that a confirmation? I was like, that's right. We don't. This is offensive. That's what this is. I don't like it at all. I think we're bitches and pussies. That's what they think. They think we fuck white women all the time. Only because we do. Like, that's biological. I've tried to stop myself. I've tried. There's an imperative there. I've tried to quit, but birds gotta fly, you know? Fish gotta swim. I love Yankee Candle. That's really what it is. And then y'all have it. Oh man, these white girls love some Yankee Candle. I'm not trying to say I only date white women. That's not what I'm saying. I'll date any ethnicity as long as they're cool. If anything, I like black women the most because the conversation, impeccable. Because I'm black, they get it. I don't have to explain common experiences. It's nice. It's good. The sex, for me, that's where it gets a little complicated. I get a little insecure. It's my problem. You know, I feel like not black enough. That's how I feel. So from time to time. So I'm black, but I'm light-skinned. Okay. I remember the first black girl I slept with. She was very dark-skinned. And when we went to do the deed, you know, and just the contrast in our skin. Like, I looked down at me, and I was like, whose white penis is this? Like, who brought this crusty, pasty ass? Oh, that's me. Oh, shit, that's mine? Oh, fuck. I went from a black man to a white man in an instant. It was terrible. I walked in like Malcolm X, Malcolm in the middle. It was a rough night. But, you know, that's on me. That's not her. You know? I've had sex with white women as well. Thank you. And white women are cool. You know, the dirty talk. Y'all need to work on that. You do. It's not dirty enough. It's all emotional. That's what it is. It's so sweet and kind. You know, you have sex with a black woman. I'm like, you like that dick? She's like, I like that dick. Perfect. That was the thing I wanted. These white girls, they say shit that hits you right in your heart. Oh, I was with a white girl the other day. I was like, yeah, you like that dick? You like that? You like that? And I swear to God, she looked me dead in my eyes and she goes, you are enough. You are strong. You are capable with an indomitable spirit. You're an Aries. You feel like a Pisces. And I'm like, God damn it, how am I supposed to be a hard-ass nigga after After I find out my aura is just so genuine. I don't really know what to do. And then, but now I was tired of that, so I was like, no more white women. I was like, no more. And then I met this black woman. She was really nice, and I was interested in her, and I tried to, I tried to flirt. I was like, hey, how you doing? And she stops me, and she was like, listen, okay, if I'm gonna date a black guy, okay, I'm gonna date a black guy, yeah. And I get it, but like, just so many extra syllables just to hurt my feelings, Oh. I don't know who I am anymore. I feel like I'm black the way like a trans woman is a woman. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I feel like y'all are pulling back. Listen, I'm on your side. I'm a good guy, All I'm saying, okay, is that it's 100% true. But you can't convince everybody, and I think that's wrong. I think that's a bad thing. I agree with you. In my book, women can have penises, full stop. Okay? And black men can have vision boards. And I'm tired of arguing this. This is what I came to say tonight. Once and for all. It's good to be back in Texas, man. I'm born and raised in Texas, if you don't know. I live in New York right now. I've been gone for a bit. New York's very different than Texas, as you can imagine. Less racist. We can start with that. Less racist than Texas, which turns out is not hard to do. It's not hard. We're very racist. We're a racist people. We are. Nothing great has ever been said after yeehaw. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually something you want to erase from the internet. You know what I mean? But I miss it. I miss the racism. We do it right. We do it good. In New York, it's weird, because like in New York, they'll be like, right this way, sir. And I'm like, sir? Ugh, But then the second I land in Texas, that flight attendant comes up to me and is like, yeehaw, nigger. And I'm home. And I know I'm home. I love it. And I love you. That was good. That was a hard R, and y'all really rolled with it. I wanna say y'all did a good job, white people. And y'all, some white people are like, ugh, but y'all were like, say it again. And I applaud you. I think that's a good thing, because that's the energy I need. So it's good. I like it, man. But it's less racist in New York, but they still hate. There's still hate there. Don't let them fool you. The hate is just as difficult. Like, who they hate? They don't hate black people, that's true. But you know who New Yorkers hate? Fucking Texans, man. Like, what am I supposed to do? Everywhere I go, somewhere is hating. You know what I mean? People find out I'm from Texas and New York, and they're like, I bet you're glad you're out of that piece of shit state with all those ugly bitches. And I'm like, yo, my mom lives there, okay? Calm down. Jesus Christ. I'm tired of that. I'm trying to blend in. I try to blend in everywhere I go. I don't want no trouble. In Texas, I act as Texas as I can. In New York, I act as black as I can. And I hope for the best. That's what I do. In Texas, in here, I'm like, And then in New York, I'm like, blow, 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 blow. Blah, 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 blah. Kobe. Like, that's what I do in New York. It's a cool place, New York. It's very progressive, as you if you've never been. Lots of different progressive-y things there, like pronouns, very important. Very important pronouns. Your genitals are not. You don't need those. Just your pronouns. It took a while to really grasp that for me. Because for me, just for me as an individual, my genitals are way more important than my pronouns. Not like from an ideological point of view, but just on a day-to-day. Like, I think about my boys all the time. That's all 100 times a day. I don't really think about my pronouns. I don't think they would impact me if there was like a group of women and they were looking at me and whispering about me, and they were like, "Oh my God, I want to suck her penis." I would be like, yes, please. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna get in the way of my boys getting some burger, you know? Suck her penis. What would my penis say? I'd be like, yo, one of those words is offensive. My dick's like, well, two of them are pretty inclusive. I'm like, good point. Let's bring them over. I don't care about pronouns. I care about verbs. What are we doing? You said suck? Eat my bussy? I don't know if I got one of those, but let's give it a try. Like, I'm not gonna... I love it. What a ridiculous applause break. Oh my God, it's great. I've been talking a lot about sex. I've had sex. And thank you. Oh my God, y'all are so kind. Thank you so much. It's a good thing. I don't have it all the time. You know, I'm not like a fuck guy that's out here just fucking. That's not really my style. I'm really more sensitive than that. I'm really more of a cuddle guy, if I'm being honest. I'm a cuddle guy. I like it more. I'm better at it. You know, I don't know if there's single women here tonight, but ladies, I promise. I can cuddle all night long. I cuddle no breaks. I promise. You getting this? You gonna be making noises you never heard. You gonna be like you go, ooh, girl. You gonna be saying things you've never said, like your feet are cold. You know, like, oh. The sex is hit or miss. I don't know what I'm doing. That is a coin flip. But I'll make that pussy feel safe. I will do that. I will do that certainly. I don't got a good dick. I got a good heart. That's what I have to offer. And I've seen these fuck guys. They brag. It's a bad look. They brag and they're like, oh yeah, I fucked her so good. Ugh, she's never gonna walk again. I'm like, oh my God. Me, I'm like, she's never gonna walk alone. Because I am committed. I am supportive. There for her needs. She didn't come, but I'll never leave. And I think that's more important. Oh man. I went on a date with this one girl. She was a white girl. And she did this thing I'd never seen before. There's white women here. Maybe you can help me out. I assume. I didn't see any. But it was a first date, and it went well. And at the end, I was like, all right, it was great meeting you. Hopefully we can hang out again. And she was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, okay, bye. And she goes, okay, bye. I don't know. Do y'all know? I don't know. I had no idea. I didn't know if that was an attack. I didn't know if I just didn't notice and that was just her hand. I didn't know if she had these sleeves. I wasn't sure. I was fine. I would totally, but I wasn't sure. Turns out what it was is it was half of a heart right there. There it was. Very good. That's very good. Very good, white girl. You are keeping up. Very good. You got to give him little breadcrumbs if you want him to come along, see? It was a heart. She was saying nice things, which I didn't like it. It was too in your face and aggressive. At the end of a date, it was like a white girl gang sign or some shit. I didn't know what it was. She was like, live, laugh, love, nigga. Oh my God. Bloods and Crips, not blondes and lips, nigga. That's what we doing. We run this block. Zara, H&M, that's all us. Oh. Couldn't handle it. These white women are crazy. Yeah. You ever see the women with the mace on their keys? You ever see that? You have mace on your keys? Yeah, you do? Yeah, you got it. Little pepper spray. I always get nervous when I see that. Yeah. Not for me, for you. That is optimistic. I just don't, I don't see just I want it to work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but like I don't know. Like I don't know. It feels more Axe body spray than weapon. I want it to work again, but just little thing, big man, little mace. What if he does this? And then what? And then what are you gonna? We're like, Yo, get a gun. What are you doing? Get a real weapon. Women are always like, I'm so scared, but then they're just vulnerable. Like, have a gun. We need to arm women. And we need to start with the Swifties. That's who we need to start with. All the Taylor Swift fans, we need to do them. They're a large swath of the female population, number one. They don't think for themselves, number two. Okay, all right, shit. God damn. Y'all were, I said the N-word so many times, and y'all were sensitive about Taylor Swift fans? Not even the woman herself. Y'all were like, hey, I got a cousin who's a Taylor Swift fan. Like it's a condition. Well, then imagine all those fans with guns at a concert. That shit would be lit as hell. I would love to be there. Imagine me, front row, T Swift on stage. Me, like, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Where's her ex? Or whatever. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. She's very successful. She's had a good year. She had a good, like last year, she was crushing it. I'm gonna say she's too successful now. There you go, I said it. Too successful, man. It's hard for me to relate to her music as much because I know how successful she is. You know, like she has this one song called like "The Man," and it's about if she was a man doing everything she's doing now, the media would like love her instead of criticizing her for being a woman. You know, and I'm listening to that song, but I'm just thinking about how successful she is, and I'm just like, oh, like I can't. Poor Taylor. Must be so hard being a young female billionaire. Like I can't get the number out of my head. I can't. That's $1,000 million, and she's at concerts like, ladies, don't we have it hard? And I'm like, not you, bitch. Like you're crushing it. Give us money, bitch. I need help. But, you know, what are you going to do? I get why you have the mace, because it's scary out there. Who knows? Because who knows why? Men is we're the reason why. It's men, because, you know, we could kill you. We could just wake up, oops, like accidentally. We don't even know. Could be anybody, you know. But I think sometimes I think y'all are worried about the wrong men, you know, because like I googled this. This is statistically true. They're like 9 times out of 10 when a woman's attacked, it's by somebody that they know. That's statistically true. I feel like y'all are always afraid of some dude jumping out the bushes. I'm like, it's not the motherfuckers out there. It's fucking him, lady. Run, get the fuck out. And I'm sorry, my nigga, to put you in that position, but like, run, bitch! Ah, he's right there! Ah! Be careful! He's holding your thigh! Oh my God, I try to keep people safe. They don't listen. Ooh. She was touching him and then she was like, he's right. You gotta earn it all over again. Oh my God, y'all are silly. It's true. It's a statistical fact. I tell my friends, like my female friends, we'll go out to drink and we'll be getting drinks. It'll be late, and she'll be like, listen, Tyler, like we gotta, like it's late, and I need to go home, and my car is kind of far away, and it's dark. And I don't want anything to happen. I don't want to get raped. Like, will you walk with me? Will you protect me? And I'm like, statistically, I'm the danger. Ask a stranger. That's really it's your safest bet. But men are the worst. I think we can all agree with that, right? I mean, men are the worst. We've been the worst for a while now. For a while. We've had the longest running the worst of the two genders. You can see it everywhere, all throughout society. You know, like I went to a museum one time. Went to the Louvre in Paris. Y'all been? It's a good spot. It's a good spot, man. If you've never been, it's a museum, but it's not that fancy. It's really just, it's a big building with a bunch of paintings of ladies with their titties out. Like, that's really most of what it is. I hate to break it to you. You know, I went all around that museum. I went to one room, and there was a painting of a lady with her titties out by a lake, and I was like, ooh. And then I traversed the museum, and there was another painting of a lady with her titties out by a mountain, and I was like, culture. You know, I was like, oh, where's my baguette? I was so in Paris. And then I saw a painting of a lady with her titties out watching Jesus die on the cross, and I was like, what is this? I was like, who drew this? Jesus is like, my sins, and she's like, my Lord. Like, I'm like, whose idea? And then, of course, it just said a man, because it doesn't matter who. It was a man that drew that. It's a titty-ass Jesus pic. And that's what he did. That's what was in his mind. Because it was in his mind. He wasn't there. The painting was 15th century. Jesus was born in year 0. There was a lot of time. He was just painting like, shoot, I don't know. I don't know who was at Jesus' crucifixion. But I bet she had some big ass titties. I'll tell you that right now. Let's put a leaf there just to cool it down. Oh my God. Forever we've been the worst. What are you gonna do? Yeah, men. Gay dudes seem to have it together. Gay dudes are crushing it. Everybody loves them. Are there gay dudes here tonight? That's my audience, you know? Inclusivity? No, get out. No. Love me some gay dudes. Not like that. Hold on now. No, I'm not gay. I tried it though. It looked too fun. I had to give it a shot. I tried it once. It wasn't for me. You know, I think it was my fault. I think I was too bro about the whole thing. That's about the circumstance. Because I met a guy and he was cool. He was sexy. And he was like, we were at his place. And he was like, welcome, come on in. He's like, have a seat. Do you need a drink? He's like, oh my God, I love your top. And I was like, thanks, nigga. Like, yeah, give me that. Give me that Earl Grey tea. Like, I was like, what am I doing? I didn't know what I was doing, but he was into it. We start to get things started heating up. You know, this is when I knew I was straight. I knew I was straight the moment I touched his penis. That's when you should find out. That's when you would know. I was there eye to eye with it. I was looking at it. It was looking at me. You know, and then I go, and he's kind of like, well, and I grab it, and I was like, uh-oh, you know, because I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it felt familiar but different. It felt, I hated the angle. I'm like, oh. I tried to get to where I was more comfortable. I tried to look up. And he was like, go on. And I didn't know what to do. I just bro hugged it. I was just like, hey, I gotta go, man. You take it easy. Like, while holding his penis, I just fisting his ass. No homo, dog. This is weird. I gotta get out. Then I dapped up his penis on the way out. I'm out. I thought I'd like it, but I didn't. Didn't care for it. Didn't care for it. Not afraid of it, just didn't care for it, you know? You know, I'm not afraid of gay dudes. I've had lots of run-ins with gay dudes. Remember there was one, this was a drug one. Y'all like drugs? Is this a drug crowd? Yeah! Oh, okay. All right. Easy now. Maybe after. But yeah, that's good. Have you ever liked drugs like too much? Like you realize you're like, uh-oh, I need to slow down. He is loud and proud and needs a doctor very soon. No, God bless. This is what happened to me. This is what happens. I was at a bar. This is in New York. I was drunk. And I was very drunk. I needed to take a break. So I go inside the bathroom. It's a small little bathroom. There's a sink and a urinal and a stall. I go to the sink and I like splash water on my face to, you know, get myself back. And I just needed to break. So I go into the bathroom stall, lock it behind me. I just sit there. I'm not even, pants are up. I'm just it's one of those nights, you know? And I'm sitting there. And then another dude comes into the bathroom and he skips the sink, skips the urinal, and goes straight to the stall, knocks on the door, and was like, hello, is anybody there? And I was like, yeah, somebody's here. Like it wasn't hidden. Like he could see my legs. Like I could have been using the bathroom. I was like, yeah, it's occupied. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to do some drugs. And I was like, get in here. What are you doing? I don't like it. I close it back. I'm like, what are we getting into? You know? And it was cocaine is what he had. And this dude, he was short, he was black, he was clearly gay, and he pulled out the cocaine, and he did a little bit, and then he handed it to me, and I was like, thank you very much. And right before I go to do it, he stops and he goes, I'm sorry. I just have to touch it. Yeah, referring to my penis. That's what he was talking about. And whoa, is right. And then I was in a predicament. I was looking at the coke and I was looking at him. And I was looking at the coke and I was, you know, looking at her, you know, and and I was just like, okay, you know, like go ahead, you know. Cause that's how I was raised, y'all. We're all Texans, you understand. Like, if my mom was in that stall, she'd be like, I raised you to share. Boy, he gave you some coke, you give him some dick. Give that boy some dick. And I'd be like, okay, Mom. Texans. And I know, like, it sounds like a sketchy situation, but I'm gonna tell you, he was so nice, he was so polite. He was just outside the jeans, too. Wasn't even going crazy. He was just right outside the jeans, and I was doing coke. We were both having a great time. Like, there was no issues. We were in our own separate worlds. But then as I got more on coke, he was pushing the boundaries further. He goes, I'm sorry. I just have to unzip and just go inside. And I'm so on coke, I'm like, nigga, do you, man? Ow! I ain't give a fuck. I was going crazy. He was making all these noises. He was like, oh. And I was like, that's right, motherfucker. Oh. And then he feels it again. He goes, oh. He kind of quivers. And I was like, I don't like that. Hold on. I was like, that was too much. I don't know what it was. It was like, that's when I was like, like, you know, like a rape fantasy? This was like a consensual nightmare. I was like, no! Keep going! And then eventually he goes one more time, he goes, I'm sorry. And you know what? I don't think this nigga was sorry at all. I'm gonna say that right now. I think he liked it. He goes, I'm sorry, I just have to taste it. And that's when I was like, that was one too far. I was like, no, sir. I'm sorry. I'll go, no, sir. I'm sorry. No, thank you. You are out of cocaine. I did all that fucking cocaine. And that was the deal. It was an exchange. If my mom was in the stall, she'd be like, no coke, no cock, baby. You know how I raised you. You know your worth. And yeah, we've been dating ever since. And it's been a real good, oh boy. So silly. See, it's 2024. Y'all feeling good? Feeling good about the year? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's an election year. That's the whole thing. Y'all gonna vote? Okay. Y'all have some weird triggers, man. I don't know what. It's an election year, and you know, are y'all gonna vote? Yeah. Okay, cool. Are y'all? Here's a better question. Y'all informed? Yeah. Okay, me neither. Cool. So. I try, I really do. Like I know the presidents and I know some senators. But like whenever you go to vote down ballot, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know what's going on. And I'm told those are the most important and those are the least effort I put in. All I ever do is I just vote for the most ethnic name. That's all I do. And I hope they have my best interests. And I don't recommend that strategy. I don't think it's a good one. I don't. I think you should do your research. Because I'll see a name, I see like Maria Consuela Santa Maria. I'm like, vote! No. I go home, I feel good. I Google her, I'm like, she's in the Ku Klux Klan. What? Santa Maria, no! I had no fucking clue, man. No, I voted in Texas was the last time I voted. And I voted and you put your finger on the screen, and then it prints out the ballot. And then here in Texas, I don't know if y'all remember, you have to put it in another machine that they just tell you to throw it in. They don't tell you what it is. I mean, like I'm voting here in Texas, so I assume it's a shredder. Just Texas Republican again. I'm like, how? There's so many cities we organized. What? It's frustrating. It's frustrating, especially for me. I'm a generally progressive person. I like weed. That's what I'm talking about. I like abortion. Okay, more for that. There you go. That's my crowd. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know which one I like more, honestly. I don't. Because one makes you like nice and calm and relaxed, and the other one's marijuana, and I just don't know. I just don't know which I flip flop. I flip flop is what I do. I think they should both be legal and safe, yeah, and accessible, yeah. And fuck it, I think they should both be offered in the same building. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, a weed and abortion clinic. Come with me, guys. We're going to the Capitol. I should be able to walk into a building and say, hi, I would like to pick up a gram, and she would like to drop off an ounce. I should be allowed to do that in my country. But, it's, progressive-y stuff, but I don't like everything progressive. I don't like every single progressive thing. Like the term people of color. I'm black. I don't like that term. Because, and I get just trying to be inclusive, but for me, I'm like, that's just color people backwards. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I can see right through it. White people, listen. You can't just flip it and it's good now. It's like me seeing an Arab person and being like, oh, look, he's a nigger of the sand. I can't. Y'all are doing good with these hardy R's. Y'all are doing good with these hard R's, and I appreciate you. And that's good, that's what we want. You're okay. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's just a word, okay? We're good. And this next joke has a lot of it. I'm gonna say it a whole bunch in just a moment. Because the thing happened, I got called the N-word. A homeless dude Can you believe it? The homeless dude called me the N-word. He was a white guy. And I was walking down the street, and he was like, do you have any change? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't, I lied. Of course I had cash. I was on my way to buy drugs. I had lots of cash. But he didn't need to know that. I was like, I practiced it in the mirror. Like, I can do it over and over again. And it looks good every time. This side. Okay. That's what I did. And then that's when he threw it. He goes, he called me, nigger. That's what he said, And I wasn't even like offended, really. I was really just confused. Because I was like, sir, you can't call me that. I have more than you, You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't, just logically, it doesn't make can I please have some of your dirty nigga money? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And maybe there's some people who feel bad for the homeless guy. Listen, I do too. I don't want him to be homeless. I don't want anyone to be homeless. But homelessness is a reality that we live with. And if someone has to be homeless, I'm glad it's that motherfucker calling me the N-word in the street. You nigger. I'm like, nigger would be a promotion for you, sir. Are you out of your mind? Ugh. I knew exactly what to say, too. I knew exactly what to say. He goes, you nigger. And I was like, you wish, motherfucker. Look at me. I'm doing great. Got me a nigga house. I got a nigga car. I got me a nigga phone to call my nigga parents. And I do it every Sunday. I'm like, Mom, Dad, y'all still love me? And they're like, nigga, we never stopped. Like, I'm doing great. I'm doing good. I hope y'all are too. Hope y'all are doing, man. And I'm not even mad because there's racism everywhere. There's racism in all of us if you look closely enough. I had a moment like that once. And it all started with Popeye's chicken. Do y'all like? Y'all seem concerned. Y'all are like, oh no. That's the blackest restaurant I could think of. Y'all like Popeyes? Yeah. It's good, right? It's good. I've always loved the chicken. And then I used to think the restaurant was racist. I did. I thought it was like a psyop. That's what I thought. Because everywhere you go, I'm telling you, everywhere you go, they're all the same, every Popeyes. Number one, they only hire black people. And I mean every Popeyes, everywhere. I've been to fucking German towns where it's all, they're like, Deutsche, 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 all outside. And then I walk in and he's like, what's up, nigga? And I'm like, where did you come from? Where are you from? He's like, Atlanta, nigga. I'm like, we are in Duppeldorf. How did you get here? Every time. And there's nothing wrong with that in a vacuum. By itself, that's great. That's black. I'm black. That's my people. I like to see my people working hard, reaching our potential at a fucking Popeyes. It's just the way of the world. What are you gonna do? Which is fine in and of itself. And then every single Popeyes also has dog shit service. Just the worst service imaginable of any, and it's so consistent, it's like it's part of the business model. I swear, you go inside and there's always one person and they're at the cashier. They're at the cashier, they take your money, they give you change, And then there's another person and it's his job to just be on his phone. And he's just on his phone. And it's no one's job to get the chicken. It's just your job to wave at it and hope it gets in a box. I'm so angry in those moments, and that's when I realize, this is on purpose. They're doing this to me, man. That's what they do. They hire black people and they poor service and black people, and they're trying to get me to say it. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get me to think it. A plus B equals black people are lazy. That's what they're trying to get me to say. Popeyes is making me racist. And it's hard not to be because I'm so hungry and I can see the chicken. And my stomach's grumbling. Even my stomach is like, these niggers are lazy. And I'm like, stop it. This wouldn't happen at Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, fucked up. That's not cool. I was like, damn you, Popeyes, for making me think these thoughts. And then what happened, what changed is I brought a white girl to Popeyes because I know how to treat a lady. I brought her there. And, you know, she had never been to Popeyes. And so I warned her, I gave her the rundown. I was like, hey, just so you know, the service is really bad. And we both know why. So then we go inside Popeyes. So we go inside Popeyes. And this is when I realized it was me the whole time. I was racist the whole time. It was me. It was inside of me because she goes and she experiences it and she's like, wow, like the service is really bad. It's so European. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I had never heard that before. And it's true. Europe has bad service. And so does Popeyes, but I'm sitting there correcting her like, no, those are lazy niggas. And I'm like, what am I doing? Whose side am I on? I've been into Popeyes 1,000 times. I've never once been like, reminds me of Tuscany. I've never once did that. And she did her first time. I thought Popeyes was racist. It was me the whole time, just every day. Like, what you lazy niggas got to? I'm like, what the fuck? And this white woman saved me from myself. She saved me. Now I know that we're not lazy, we're just European. That's what we are. Yeah. She was a cool girl. She was a cool chick, man. We dated for a little bit. And we traveled a lot. We actually went to Tuscany. We went to Tuscany together. And the service there was bad. And when it was, she was like, ugh, these niggers. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Because everybody got a little bit, you know? It's always somewhere, you know? But it's not the worst thing you can have in a relationship. It's racism. What a somber point to end on. No. That was a cool chick. Yeah, I remember there was you know, dating people's hard because it's hard to find someone you're compatible with all the way, you know? Like I remember it was her, she was the girl. And we were compatible in a lot of ways, but sexually there were some hiccups. You know, like she wouldn't spit or swallow. She didn't want to do either one. She was just like, ugh, it's gross. It's disgusting. She's like, Tyler, don't you think it's disgusting? And I'm like, yes, I do. That's why I want to do it. I want to do it really bad to your body. I don't know how to make this happen. How do we work towards this goal together? I didn't know how. I didn't know how to get her to do it. So this is what I did, fellas. Listen up. Here's the tip. That's what I did. What I did is I started eating my own. That's what I started doing. I was like, you know, like a toddler with vegetables. You know, you're like, look, it's good. See? You try here. You know, hey. Get some cum in your tum-tum. Here, go. And every time she's like, I don't want it. And I'm like, well, you can't leave the table till you finish, okay? Listen, I'm Tyler Groce, everybody. Thank you so much. Austin, Texas, it's really good to be back. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.